Hi, boys and girls. We're finishing up our Nat Geo Unit 3, which was animals, okay, all about animals. So the stories we've been reading lately have been about animals. When you first open your book, we should be on this page here. It's chapter or Unit 3, page 35, okay? Our sight word is like, okay? And this, if you read the directions, it just says to fill in the blank. There's different ways you can do it. I'll show you in a minute. And then have partners take turns completing the sentences orally. So, of course, you need to read them, and the partners together would work. So, parents, you're your child's partner, unless a big brother and sister wants to do it. So, if you take a look, okay, I got my word like. Ooh, here's the sight word look. Look at this. This was our sight word a few weeks ago. Look at this, and you're just looking here. Okay, so you could say, look at this tree, look at this park, or look at at this forest. So there's different ways to fill it in. Yeah, I'm going to just write, and you do not have to write the word. I'm going to write it just because to me then it'll make more sense. And a few of you might want to do that, but you don't have to. You just fill in the blank when you read it. Look at this tree. Okay, now it says this blank is like this blank. It reminds me, remember when we read this book? It reminds me a lot of this book. Is this blank like this blank? Okay, this, how about look at the bears and the deer, or the deer. We could do deer, but I think what I want to do is the bears because they're on the tree and they're baby bears. You guys remember what baby bears are called? Okay, cubs. I'm going to write it in there. Cub. This cub is like this cub. Okay, so let me show you. This cub is like this cup. So you're practicing the word like, but you also have the word this and is. And parents, it's, I'm just trusting you guys to do this, and you could put a star next to it once they read it, or a star at the end of it, star up here. Then I just know that they did it. Okay, and now let's go like this. Look at this. Okay, now look, it's outdoor area. There's a bush, could be a forest, right? And there's a bear family. You could say, look at this bear family. Okay, now there's a mama bear, and then there's two cubs. Now the cubs were alike. The cubs look alike. They're the same size and everything. I'm going to say, look at this. I'm going to say bush because they're eating some kind of bush or a plant. Probably berries on there, huh? Is this bear like this bear? And you do not have to write the word. I'm just kind of putting it in there. Is this bear like this bear? Okay, well, they're different this time, right? Because this is a grown-up and then these are babies, okay? So there's different ways you could fill that in. What it is, just a page to practice the word like and our other sight words. Okay, now on the back of that page, there's a little comprehension. It says to compare animals. It says, have the children write names of two animals that they read about. Talk with them about the ways in which the two animals are like, and have them draw one idea in the box. Now, you guys can do the same one that I'm going to do, or you can do something different. If you already watched the Good Morning video, I read the book called Baby Names of Baby Animals, and there was a little poem in the back, and it was so precious, wasn't it? There's a little lion cub, and there was the giraffe, and the baby whale. Oh, there's so many in there. Okay, but I'm not going to choose one from there. I'm going to choose one from this book that we read the other day. And I'm going to go back to this page. It says, is this cat like this cat? Okay, well, they are both cats. We talked about that. Some of you guys said, yeah, they're both cats. They both have whiskers. They both have pointy ears. They both have little triangle noses. Okay, but the thing that makes them different is that they are, sorry about that, is that this one is wild and this one is tame. This one is big and this one is small. So it says, write the name of two animals they read about. I'm going to write a cat here, cat, and I'm going to write a tiger here, tiger. And then we're going to draw them and then talk about how they're alike. You guys, I think I might do that later because it'll just save a little time because we have other things to go on. So I'm going to go like this. I'm going to go ahead and put a line down here, and I'm going to draw the cat, and then just talk about why are they alike. Okay, well, they both have pointy ears, they both have whiskers, They both like to hunt. They just kind of probably hunt different things, huh? Okay, and then how are they different? A tiger lives in the jungle. A cat can live in your house. A cat is tame. A tiger is wild. I'm going to draw that tiger later, okay? And then I'll color it in, and then I'll put that on for the sample. And you can do that one if you want to, but you don't have to. You can pair any two animals that you want, okay? I'm going to move on to this page. And this is blending words with R. Our letter was R this week. And I went ahead and got my magnets out because I think this is a pretty easy way to do it. The first word on that page is R-A-M. So first you separate and you make your sounds. R is R, A is A, and M is M. And when you blend them together, it's R-am. So first they're separate, R-am, and then you blend them together. You pull the sounds together. Ram, ram. Remember, we read this book, and here's the word. So some of you guys might have been able to read it without even sounding it out. Ram. There's a picture of the ram, the daddy sheep. Okay, ram. Now don't forget, when you're reading this, the ending sound on there is an M. I think they're trying to trick us because look, there's a girl and she's running. Ran. That looks like ran, and here's the ram. So, I hate to do it, but I have to put an X on that girl who's running and circle the ram, okay? The next one is P-A-N. Now, you guys don't have to do this. If you have a cookie sheet, it's kind of a nice little tool. And if you have magnetic letters, that is awesome too. But you don't have to. I'm doing it for you. And we've done it on Zoom before. So these are the three letters on the next word. It's P-A-N. P-A-N. Now I'm going to put them closer together and we're going to smooth the sounds out. Pan, pan, pan. Sometimes they have to do it lots of different times before they can read it. Does it sound like a word? Pan, pan. I'm going to go back to the worksheet. It's the very first one. Pan. I'm going to circle that. We know that this says pan. It has an A in the middle. This one is similar. It starts with a P, but that one's a pin. That's actually a diaper pin, a safety pin for you to pin something together. Okay, the next one, I think you guys could do that without this, but I'm going to go ahead and use this because I like it. That one starts with a R. It's another R word. R. A says A, and T says T. R, at. Now let's push them together and try to blend the sounds. Pull the sounds together. R, at, rat. Now some kids are going to get it just like that. They don't even really need to, do all three sounds. They'll just read it. But other kids, it just takes practice, okay? Especially if they don't know all their sounds. All right, so this one, they should know all these sounds because these are all letters that we've done. There's the rat, and this is similar. This has an at in it, but it starts with a H, so I'm going to X that one out. Okay, let's do another one. I'm going to go back and put the N back here. This one is a-n. A-n. Man. M-an. Man. Man. Did you hear the word I'm doing? Man. M-A-N is man. I'm going to circle the man, and I'm going to X out this one. They're trying to trick us. It almost sounds like man, but it's mat. Okay, now we've got this one. I don't think I'm going to show it to you on the board. Now we've got R-an. Ran. Remember up here we had ram? Now it's R-an. Okay, now the girl that's running. And the other one is can. They're trying to trick us. That one would be C-A-N. Okay, that's good. Now there is one more page we're going to do. One more page, and we'll be done today. This is antonyms. It says, help children contrast two animals using antonyms. Now remember we did antonyms? Antonyms are like big and little, tall and short, hot and cold, okay, in and out. But they want us to use animals. So, you know what? That was the one I was going to do, the cat and the tiger, because they're so opposite right there. The tiger's big. I have a good idea. You guys can do whatever you want, but I have a kind of a funny one. If we're going to compare two animals that are opposite, how about drawing something really big, like an elephant. I am not going to be good at drawing elephants, but I'm going to start with the ears, the big ears, and the trunk. And then I'll add the rest of it. Yeah, that's kind of good. Okay. Oh, and an elephant has big, big, big feet. The biggest animal I can think of is an elephant. But you know what else is big? Like a big blue whale or something. You could do like a whale and say the whale is big and the fish is small, or the tiger's big and the cat is small, or you could do one wild animal and one tame animal, or you could do an animal that runs fast like a horse and an animal that runs slow like a turtle. Okay, I'm writing big. My elephant is big, and I can sound that out. B-I-G. And then I'm going to make a little tiny mouse. A little tiny mouse. So cute. Or a rat. Okay, and my little mouse is small. All. So these are two animals that I'm comparing, and they're opposites. And opposite, another word for opposite is antonym. Now remember, you don't have to do what I did. You can come up with your own, use your own brain, right? I like to see some different ones. Okay, that's it for today. Happy Friday.